Day number 35. Justin Thomas needed a chance at redemption. When he got it, Tech wound up with a pulse-pounding upset of Georgia. The 2014 encounter between the old rivals was one of the most exciting in history. What a game. Tech head man Paul Johnson exclaimed when it was over, and the 16th-ranked Jackets had a 30-24 win over 8th-ranked Bulldogs in overtime. Thomas, a redshirt sophomore quarterback, made his first start in the hostile atmosphere of Sanford Stadium. He learned how low the low can get twice, but he bounced back each time. Early in the third quarter, with the score at 7-7 and Tech sitting at the UGA 2-yard line, Thomas faked a handoff to Syjan Davis and followed right guard Shaq Mason toward the end zone. I felt like I was in, Thomas said. The refs didn't blow the whistle. A Georgia player came out of the pile with the ball and raced 99 yards for a startling reversal of fortunes. Their confidence and poise unshaken, the Jackets redeemed themselves with a pair of scoring drives. The second score left them with a 21-17 lead and only 4:22 on the clock. When Georgia turned the ball over on the kickoff, the game was Tech's for the taking. But on third down, Thomas fumbled. He spent the next 148 excruciating seconds alone on the bench, a towel over his head, then his head in his hands, as UGA took the lead at 24-21 with 18 seconds on the clock. Thomas had one last shot at redemption. After the kickoff, he was cool and calm as he took off and gained 21 yards. That set up a game-tying field goal. In overtime, Thomas orchestrated a touchdown drive. When the score stood up, he had his redemption. In our capitalistic society, we know all about redemption. Just think rebate or store or product coupons. To receive the rebates or discount, though, we must redeem them, cash them in. Redemption is a business term. It reconciles a debt, restoring one party to favor by making amends, as Justin Thomas did with his teammates and fans in that 2014 UGA game. In the Bible, one way a slave could obtain his freedom was through the paying of money by a redeemer. In other words, redemption involves the canceling of a debt the individual cannot pay on his own. While literal, physical slavery is unthinkable to us today, we nevertheless live much like slaves in our relationship to sin. On our own, we cannot escape from its consequence, which is death. We need a redeemer, someone to pay the debt that gives us the forgiveness from sin we cannot give ourselves. We have such a redeemer. He is Jesus Christ, who paid our debt, not with money, but with his own blood. We had to move on. We did that and came out on top, Justin Thomas on seeking redemption after his fourth quarter fumble. To accept Jesus Christ as your Savior is to believe that his death was a selfless act of redemption. 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 18 through 19. It was not with perishable things such as silver or gold that you were redeemed from the empty way of life handed down to you from your forefathers, but with the precious blood of Christ,